Welcome on in to Martin Stadium. I'm Allie Navarrete alongside Sarah Effers. We're bringing you some Northwestern men's soccer this evening. The Wildcats searching for their first win this season. They'll be taking on the Houston Baptist Huskies. The first time these teams have ever met. Sarah, it's a beautiful night for some NCAA soccer.
It really is. You have to. I mean, they're giving us a little bit of a chillier night than we've had the
Yes,
last couple
this
weeks
is
here in
true.
Evanston. But forecast is supposed to warm up. But you know what? It's a little chilly. There's a little wind coming off Lake Michigan, but nothing too serious. Clouds in the distance over the lake. They're reflecting the sunset. Kind of a pretty pink, would you say?
Oh my God, beautiful. Cotton candy skies here. Just put on my Instagram story that this is the most beautiful view
yeah.
in NCAA soccer, and I stand by that. It is
Absolutely.
just gorgeous, like Michigan behind us. You all can probably see it at home. But yeah, very excited. Like I said, Northwestern still does not have a win this season. They're 0-3-2. Houston Baptist has one win under their belt. They're 1-2-2. So I think it should be a really interesting matchup. You know, as I was looking at the roster for this Houston Baptist team, it's very interesting. It's very international. Should be a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of international, Houston Baptist, 16 players
Wow.
from outside of the U.S., 4 players from Liberia. Interestingly enough, one of those players has been pretty big for Houston Baptist in their first handful of games. That would be Bryant Farcarloon. He scored in their first game a tie against Furman, and then he's kind of been a big facilitator up in the midfield there. But Northwestern definitely looking to put some more pressure on offense tonight. They haven't scored a goal since their first game, so a lot at stake here for Northwestern, especially looking ahead towards the Big Ten schedule. Can they come out with a win before getting into the nitty gritty?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big test here for head coach Russell Payne. You know, it's his second year coaching this Wildcat squad. And yeah, he's looking for a win, looking to get this offense going in whatever way possible. Your starting lineup for the Huskies will be Sander Brower Airsoy, Abu Kamara, Keone Poligano, Sam Zeman, De Alessandro Herrera, Jorge Manduano, Aldo Tarantini, Brian Farcarlo, mentioned Sarah, Ethan Giwa McNeil, and Alex Aitken, first year in the goal. For Northwestern, it'll be Paul Walters in the goal.
Another first year.
Another first year so far this season.
First
It has
start.
primarily been Christian Gardner, the grad transfer from Boston College, but that will not be the case tonight. Paul Walters getting the nod. Another first year playing with him today, Jason Gajuhar in the starting lineup, and Nigel Prince, Jaden Van Deventer in there as well. And then the rest of your starting lineup for the Cats is Brandon Claudette, Ethan Dudley, Justin Weiss, Andrew Stevens, Vicente Castro, and that'll round it out for us. So it should be a very exciting matchup. Sarah, if you're looking at this offense to get started for the Wildcats, who's your player to watch for this game?
Well, honestly, last year I would have said Justin Weiss, and I want him to score again because he was their leading goal scorer last year, was one of the leaders in the Big Ten. By the end of the season, he scored 8 goals, led the team. I also would like to see Bardia Kimiabi get on the board because he, for Northwestern, has been primarily a facilitator the last couple years, led the team in assists. But I want to see him hit the back of the net as well, because one thing Northwestern is in need of right now is offensive weapons. And Justin Weiss was that last season, but he hasn't really been able to put anything together. But I think a lot of that also comes from the Cats being able to work through the midfield and giving the attack some more opportunities rather than forcing it up there, which they've tended to do in the past couple of games.
Yeah, I completely agree. With that being said, though, would love to see Justin Weiss recreate some of that success that he had last year. And, you know, overall, I just think this game is a great opportunity for the Wildcats to get a win under their belt before Big Ten play. Like you
definitely.
said, the season only gets harder from here.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, they got Rutgers next. Their first Big Ten game is on Saturday, and that's going to be a test. So it's really up to them tonight to see if they can get some momentum moving into that stretch of the season. That's really going to determine whether they make the Big Ten tournament and then therefore head into NCAAs. But definitely a chance for Russell Payne's recruiting to show. He had a top 5 recruiting class coming into the season. That's a combination of transfers, many of which we've seen step up, and I'm sure we will tonight, and also first years who are coming in very highly ranked. A lot of 3-4 stars, and also looking to see Russell Payne continue that recruiting, and hopefully if it's not this year, build up to the team that he is looking to create here in Evanston.
Yeah, completely. Like you said, Northwestern with a very, very impressive recruiting class this past year, and that's why you see so many first years on this starting lineup. So those guys are definitely looking to prove why they were ranked so high and hopefully
Exactly.
bring something to this program. You know, it's been a while since Northwestern saw the NCAA tournament. But, you know, last year made it to the Big Ten tournament, stunned a very talented Maryland program in the first round in PKs. So it's not impossible. Never say never. These Wildcats really have something to prove. We're about to get underway here.
Yeah, and this is a real opportunity for the Wildcats to grab a win, as you said, because Houston Baptist, aside from a ranked matchup against Campbell where they did score 1 goal but obviously lost, this is a team that Northwestern should be able to get some offensive momentum going against and hopefully hold that through the game.
Yeah, and this game has started. Houston Baptist using the back line right now. Over to Elijah Lee, a senior, one of the leaders on this Husky squad. That one chipped out. Taking the throw will be Brandon Claudette for the Wildcats.
Yeah,
Claudette.
Claudette's a player that's been stepping up in the defense. He actually scored in that first matchup. He had a header in the box, which is not something you see commonly from defenders, but it tells you a lot about Russell Payne's, what he's trying to do here and push defenders up and get some of that offensive momentum that hasn't shown up in the last few games.
Yeah, Russell Payne, a 4-year goalkeeper at the University of Maryland, a very impressive program. So, you know, I always think when you look at soccer, the guys in the goal kind of get to see everything, and that's why you see so many goalies being coaches. So hopefully he can use some of that and look for this vision. Back with the Huskies defense, Aitken, the goalkeeper, has it in the 18.
Yeah,
Gonna pass it over. Yeah, another first year. Little first year battle in the goals, like we said.
Kind of fun.
Very fun.
Kind of fun for the early goings of the season. Love to see a couple first years getting in goal as well as on the field for both of these teams.
In the midfield now, Guido McNeil pushes it up to Keone Caligano. He's fighting with Dudley. Dudley gonna kick it out, and it'll be a throw for the Huskies.
Yeah, Dudley wearing the captain's band. He's a transfer, actually, grad student from FGCU. He was 2021 ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, so definitely some talent Russell Payne's been able to bring in here.
Yeah, perhaps not used to this weather here in Evanston, having played in
Same
Florida.
with Houston Baptist. I mean, it's warm down there.
Yeah, much colder here in E-Town. We said before the game, it's a little bit of that fake fallness right now. It's probably going to get hotter this week.
It will. It's going to be this weekend. It'll warm up.
There's a chill.
For now, it's not bad soccer weather, I'll say.
No, not at all.
No.
A free kick for the Huskies on the right side. Looks to be Brander Ersoy taking it. He sends it into the Northwestern 18. Dudley there. Kamara tries to get a pass to one of his players, but it's going to roll over to the other side of the field. Pass into the middle, intercepted by the Huskies. Back into the Northwestern half now. Defense applying pressure. Tarantini passes over to Herrera in the middle. Herrera back to the right side to Brower Ersoy. And he'll go back to his defender in the center there, Sam Zeman. Zeman up to Farcarlin. Farcarlin working over to Mondahano. Back to Farcarlin. And back into the Huskies half. Lee gonna send it into the middle to Zeman.
Huskies doing a good job, taking their time, not forcing anything up, comfortable playing back into their half.
Nice pass up to Mondahano in the left corner. He's gonna send it in. He's got a player, but the shot goes wide left. That was from D'Alessandro Herrera, and Northwestern catches a lucky break there, Sarah.
Yeah, Herrera is one of those players you do not want to leave open in the middle. He's had 2 goals this season, one against a number 22 Campbell, which is their only ranked matchup of the season for the Huskies. So he's definitely a player. If you're Northwestern, you're not going to leave him getting chances like that in the midfield or in the middle of the boxes. It looks like we have a foul here.
Yeah,
on
foul
the Huskies.
On the Huskies, so it'll be a free kick for Northwestern. They're going to have Dudley take it on the right side near the Big Ten logo.
A little breeze coming in from the lake.
Oh, it's a little more than a breeze. Prince in the back, another first-year center back here. Going to give it over to Dudley on the left, and he'll start to bring it up the field. Sends it to the Huskies back line. Mondahano gets a head on it, but now Claudette has it in the middle. over to Christopher Taggart. He's working up the right side now, trying to get around this Huskies defense. He'll go back to Claudette, and Claudette back to Van Deventer. Then over to Dudley. On the left, Dudley trying to make it happen in the middle. Van Deventer making a run for it, pushing towards the 18. Has it all himself, tries to cross it in, but it bounces off the foot of Mondahano, and it'll be a Wildcats corner.
Yeah, well done by Van Deventer there to earn that corner. Showing a lot of speed in the midfield. That's something I think, that change of pace that he brings, especially in this game where both teams, I feel, have been kind of working slowly, patiently. That burst of speed is something that can surprise Houston Baptist like it did right there in the corner.
Yeah, taking this corner for the Wildcats will be Vicente Castro, a veteran on the squad, led the team in assists last year. Sends it into the box. Dudley tries to get ahead on it, but Aitken's hand is there, and it's in the goal! Wildcats strike early, and their first goal since playing Chicago State. And Sarah, the offense is going to get fired up. I'll take it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, well done by Andrew Stevens there, just getting his body in there and doing anything he can to really put the ball in the back of the net. That's what you have to do on corners, especially ones like the ones that come from Castro. They can really curl in there, go to the back of the net. You don't really know where they're going. Just getting anything on it, a little touch or redirection, that can get the ball in the back of the net. As you see there, another transfer making an impact from Columbia, Andrew Stevens, a grad student.
Yeah, so the goal for Stevens, Aitken got ahead on it, but couldn't happen. Assist credited to Vicente Castro and Christopher Taggart. So Vicente Castro, like we said, getting back in that assist column that he led for this Wildcat squad last year.
Yeah, doing what he does best. That's why they put him on corners, because his service it's so clean, and it's not predictable enough for other teams, but Northwestern's players clearly know where the ball is going, or they know how to react when he's up there at the corner flag.
This is true. Justin Weiss battling with the Husky defense there, but they'll call it off him, and it'll be a throw for Brower Airsoy.
Yeah, interesting from Payne here, kind of using Justin Weiss on, well, I guess if you're on going Northwestern's direction on the left side of the field rather than in the middle where he was kind of at the point last year. Castro is now playing up there, which is an interesting choice. But, maybe it's something that he's trying to get the offense to get a little more momentum in there, maybe change it up against opposing teams who found a way to lock down Weiss up top there.
Yeah, foul called on Taggart. So we have free kick for the Huskies in their half on the right. Mondahano going to take it. Elects to pass back to Lee. Lee will kick it to Aikens in the goal, and he'll switch the field over to Zeman. Zeman back to Aitken. Castro applying some serious pressure.
Yeah,
get it up to Mondahano.
That's what you're looking for if you're Russell Payne, putting Castro in the middle there is that pressure. And that's not something Weiss didn't do last year, but just, again, different strategies, just trying ways to get this offense to click.
Claudette tried to get a pass over to Taggart, but can't happen. Huskies defense scrambles a bit, kicks it out, and it'll be a throw for Claudette. Deep into this Huskies half. Castro calling it, or Carlin coming up to guard him. Gives it to Taggart. Mondahano steals it. Taggart gets a foot on it, and Castro intercepts. Back to Van Deventer and to Prince. Prince over to Dudley. Northwestern taking their time, using the space here. Dudley kicks it up to Claudette, and it's out. Try to get a first touch on that, but it was just over the line.
Yeah, it's great thing for Northwestern to get ball in the net early in the game now. That gives them a chance to calm down. It's a position they haven't really been in for a lot of the season. So definitely huge moment for them, and also for Andrew Stevens, a transfer, to get that one in the back of the net.
Huskies working into the Wildcat half now, but Stevens slides and kicks it out, stops some Houston Baptist momentum. It'll be a throw for them. Brower Airsoy to come take it. Throws it over to Colagano. Colagano working in the corner. He's got man on. It's Ibrahim Obeid.
Yeah, well, another young player. Yeah, just a sophomore, Obeid. Looking good back there at the corner flag, holding his own.
So another throw for Brower Airsoy over to Ewa McNeil. He goes back to Brower Airsoy. He sends it into the box, scrambling. Van Deventer clears it. back into the Huskies half, and now Mondahano tracking it down. Gains control. Taggart presses up to him, but he gets it over to Colagano, but it's out. So it'll be a Northwestern throw just past midfield.
Clog it again up the right side. They're definitely trying to work that side. Northwestern is, at least, but they're switching it here. So, they could kind of just be reacting to the game time situation, seeing what works and what doesn't now that they have that goal on their back.
Yeah, OB to Castro in the middle. He gets a nice pass over to Cloggett on the right side. Now he'll push towards the 18. Can he save it from going out? He can. Fancy footwork there from Cloggett to go off for Carlin, and another corner for the Wildcats. Castro going to take it again. Yeah.
Well done by Cloggett there. Again, working it up the right side, even as they switch it. They found some way to get it back here, so they're clearly trying to run some part of the offense in there through him. Another corner earned for the Cats in that same vein as the last play.
Castro sends in another corner. Goes over the heads of a few Wildcat players. Houston Baptist clears it out. OB tries to head it back into the box. Van Devenherd has it now. Still scrambling. Stevens there. A header over to Justin Weiss, and the shot over the crossbar, but a good effort from Northwestern.
Yeah, that's the offensive play that they've been looking for in the last couple of weeks. It's, just to see them getting in the box and having the confidence to take those shots, getting them on goal, challenging Alex Aitken back there first year, knowing that, he hasn't seen as much of the college playing field as many of his teammates, but also Northwestern's freshman goalkeeper yet to be really tested as Aitken has.
Yeah, there was that one shot that went a bit wide left, but Paul Walters didn't get a hand on it, so hasn't been too much action for him. The defense playing well. Foul in middle of the field. One of the Huskies players down. It's Giwa McNeil. Be a free kick for Houston Baptist.
Yeah, and Giwa McNeil is a player who scored 2 goals in the Huskies' lone win of the season against Cal Poly in California. They were out there. San Luis Obispo playing. Giwa McNeil had the final 2 goals, one of them a penalty kick, so he's clearly someone that they trust in those moments, someone that Wildcats need to keep on lock in the midfield there.
Yeah, he's going to take this free kick for the Huskies. Taking his time. Sends one into the box. Northwestern gets a foot on it, and Castro going to clear it back into the Huskies half. Mondahano with control. Gives it back to Aitken. No one from Northwestern's offense pressuring him too much. He's going to send it back into the Northwestern half. Cloggett gets ahead on it over to Taggart. Taggart working for Carlin, trying to apply pressure, but Taggart moving into the middle now. Tries to give a soft pass over to Gajahar, but can't. Now for Carlin has it for the Huskies. Back to Mondahano and to Aitken. A little more pressure now as Taggart's coming up. Aitken over to Zeman. Trying to switch the field. Castro applying serious pressure. So Zeman going to go back to Aitken, but the pass is going to go out, and it's going to be the third identical corner for Vicente Castro.
Oh, it looks like they changed the call. He initially did point toward the corner flag, and Castro
can't believe
pointing to say that there was a deflection, but the ref in the center of the field said no, goal kick.
So it'll be a goal kick for Aitken.
Initially did point back.
A little more pressure now as Taggart's coming up. Aitken over to Zeman. Trying to switch the field. Castro applying serious pressure. So Zeman going to go back to Aitken, but the pass is going to go out, and it's going to be the third identical corner for Vicente Castro.
Oh, it looks like they changed the call. He initially did point toward.
It'll be a free kick for Northwestern.
Yeah, another chance for Northwestern to just get men upfield here. I mean, they've been doing a really good job of keeping it up, keeping it in the Houston Baptist half here in the first half of the game.
Yeah. Dudley sends it into the middle toward the Huskies back line, so they'll get it. Brower Airsoy stolen by Justin Weiss. He's in the 18, passes it to Castro. He's got a good opportunity. Can he get it? Save by Aitken. Deflected off him. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be a Wildcat throw. But a really close call there for Houston Baptist. Cloggett going to try and keep this momentum going. Gets it over to Taggart. Taggart fighting the defense. Castro there again. He has it. Gonna try and pass it over to Weiss, but intercepted. Obeid now applying pressure. Mondojano has it again. Gonna just clear this at all costs. Nigel Prince coming up into the Huskies half, ready to go. Has it. Gives it over to Dudley.
Northwestern resetting here, but that was a great goal scoring opportunity. Well done by Justin Weiss stepping up and stealing there.
Foul called on Obeid. Taggart. And it'll be a Weiss. He's in the 18. Passes it to Castro. He's got a good opportunity. Can he get it? Save by Aitken.
Because that was a great goal scoring opportunity, but also just a great save by the freshman Aitken.
Yeah.
I think Castro did a great job of working around the box like he's able to do and why he has so many assists. But he did a great job working in the box, trying to find an angle, get away from his defender. But Aitken just, well anticipated by him. And I don't think, he could have found the corner a little bit more, Castro, but just a great effort by the first year there.
No, really put his body on the line as a goalkeeper should do and wasn't afraid of that ball. And he got the benefit of that one.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad shot by Castro. Just better save.
Ball flies into the stands. Some lovely Houston Baptist fans. Gonna go and get that one. Foul though in the middle.
Yeah, long way to travel.
I know.
Good for them. Probably getting out of the hot.
I know. That one's sent up. It's gonna roll. Colagano trying to save it, and it goes out. Will be a goal kick for Northwestern. Some of the first action for Paul Walters.
Yeah, he's had a quiet game so far, but we're only 15 minutes in, and it's also good for him because he's kind of been able to observe a little bit without having to get right into the action so quickly, giving him a chance to see who Houston Baptist's weapons are and how his teammates are dealing with them.
Castro chips it back to Claudette. They'll call it out. I think he had that one.
That looks like it was in to me as well from the sidelines here, and I don't know, maybe the angle is bad, but that's.
Brandon was shaking his finger at that
Yeah.
call. He
Yeah, he was.
saved
I
it.
thought so too, but maybe the ref had a different angle, a better one than we did. Who knows?
For Carlin with the ball for the Huskies. Pass it to Tarantini. Van Deventer applying some pressure as his Prince. He'll slide the ball out of bounds.
Great tackle by Van Deventer, and for him not to commit there too early.
Cross from the Huskies. D'Alessandro Herrera goes wide. It'll be out deep in Northwestern's half, so it'll be a throw-in for Obeid.
Northwestern's defense looks a little bit different than it usually does. Missing Deng Kerr on the back line, replaced by Van Deventer, the freshman. So a little bit of a new look here that's been going on for a little bit. Kerr has been alternating in the back line there, but the season he's played, but just not, hasn't started as much as he did last year. He had the most minutes on the entire team. So a bit of a change here in this Northwestern back line.
Yeah, non-con schedule time to experiment with that. Little touch pass to Walters. He'll give it right back to Claudette back to Walters. Colagano applying some serious pressure for the Huskies, but Walters gets it out just in time. Claudette gives it right to Lee. Lee tries to get it back, but Taggart there. Going to give it to Gajahar in the middle. He'll send a through ball to Justin Weiss, who's charging just at the border of the 18 on the left side, trying to get around Brower Airsoy. Some footwork from Weiss. Pass it back to Gajahar. He'll try and pass it into the middle or take a shot. Can't get it to go, and now Huskies looking to move back, but it'll go off them, and a throw for Northwestern, and the Huskies have another opportunity to move forward. Obeid to take it.
Great through ball there by Gajahar. Just another first year making it an impact, and well done by Justin Weiss to draw his defender out wide, allow some room for that pass to be made. Just couldn't make anything work in the box.
Gajahar trying again, sends it into Taggart. He tries to kick it back almost with his heel, but it'll go just wide of the goal.
Yeah, just men in the box. That's what they need. And that's Taggart getting in there all the way from the right side, shifting the field with his team, getting a foot on that. That's, they need to keep doing that if they're going to win this game, and they already have a goal on their back, so that's great, but that doesn't excuse not having more men in the box. And I really like what Claudette and Taggart have been able to do up this right side as they're doing right now. Well, nutmeg there.
Taggart gives it back to Van Deventer, gives it to Dudley. in the circle. Prince back to Dudley. These two have been working very well together.
Yeah, they
Very
have.
calm. Dudley back to Prince.
I mean, grad student, first year connection. They're both, really holding their own in the back line, very mature, patient, not being too frantic, not diving in. You want your back line to be calm and to have patience and not to rile up the rest of the team because your back line, you got to rely on your back line just as much as you have to rely on your goal scorers to get points on the board.
Yeah, Husky looking for another chance here, but Dudley gets a head on it at midfield, and he gives it back to his offense. Weiss has the ball. He's trying to move forward. Gets a bit tripped up, but takes a huge shot over the crossbar. Another good look for Justin Weiss, but can't make it happen.
Good look. Outside the box. Difficult place to score from, but, just getting his head up, seeing the goal, getting warm a little bit, getting balls near the net. Hopefully something will come of it later on in this game.
Yeah.
But long range shot. So just got to keep piling it on. Eventually more of those chances will start going in.
Yeah, and I mean, like we've said, Northwestern needs to get aggressive. They've been really struggling on offense this season, and so if that's going to help Justin Weiss kind of get some of that mojo, that's what he's got to do. Like we've, I think, said already on this call, he did lead this team in goals scored last season, transfer out of Colgate. So it's the second season with the Wildcats. He's looking to continue some of that success he saw in his first one. Colagano pushing up, but it'll be a foul on him and a free kick for Northwestern. Prince quickly kicks that over to Stevens in the middle, and now Obeid on the left side to Weiss. Weiss trying to get around Brower Airsoy, gives it to Stevens in the middle. Stevens pushing toward the left, out to Obeid. Obeid back to Stevens. Dudley, a little pass to Van Deventer. He gets control. It's around Farcarlin. Little side pass to Gajahar. Nice ball over to Claudette in the 18 and right into the hands of Aitken.
Great switch there. Switching the field for Northwestern, moving quickly. Again, the change of pace, as we kind of saw earlier a little bit from Van Deventer. Just surprising Houston Baptist with speed, especially on offense, and getting that ball behind there, just as Claudette did there, was something that the Cats are going to need to keep doing, keep putting pressure on.
Farcarlin with the ball on the right side in the Northwestern half for the Huskies. Gets tripped up. Obeid fighting him there. Farcarlin crosses it into the middle. Kamara gets a foot on it. Now Monduhano coming up, trying to get it back to Kamara, but the ball will roll out. It'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats, and we've just passed 20 minutes. Northwestern still up 1-0.
Defense doing well, but Houston Baptist starting to press a little bit more, get a little bit more action in that attacking third against Northwestern's defense. So it's important for the Wildcats right now, while Houston Baptist is gaining a little bit of momentum, to stay level-headed, to not make any decisions in the back that are going to pose a challenge to the rest of the team, like diving in, things like that. Stay calm and handle the ball, keep the ball, obviously, with your own team. No giveaways or things that they've got to keep consistent.
Northwestern currently 7 shots to the Huskies 1. So offense looking pretty good. Haven't really slowed down since that goal that came just about the 5th minute. Castro now giving it over to Obeid on the left. Obeid, Stevens. Stevens moving back into the Northwestern half. Gives it to Dudley in the center. Dudley over to Van Deventer on the right. Back to Prince. Prince moving up past midfield. Kicks it over to Gajahar in the middle. Tries to get it through to Taggart, but Huskies intercept it. Aitken clears it up the middle.
Yeah, speed from Van Deventer getting up there into the box. He's a defender.
Yeah, no, the defense is moving up, especially on the wings. Van Deventer and Obeid, you've seen kind of moving very successfully through. Kamara, though, trying to make something happen for his Husky squad. Alessandro Herrera gets it over to Tarantini, intercepted by Claudette on the right side into Justin Weiss, who's come over to the other side of the field now.
Yeah, interesting. Justin Weiss over there. I don't know if he was tracking back with the man but pulled him all the way inside. Not a bad ball. Push the offense up a little bit, get them out of their own half. But nothing can come of it from Taggart up top on the right side there.
Gila McNeil gets it over to Farcarlin, and now Herrera pushing up, kicks it into the 18, and right there is Walters. He's got it.
There he is.
Quick roll
Ends
over to
action.
Prince. First year to first year connection there. Walters to Prince. Prince gets tripped up by Colagano, but he saves it. Dudley now in the back with it. Tarantini applying pressure. Dudley passes it up to Weiss. Come a bit far back now and gives it to Obeid. Obeid to Dudley again. Dudley will give it back to his goalkeeper. Walters quickly back to Dudley on the left. Dudley going to switch the field, intercepted by Mondojano, but can't get a great first touch. Luckily, Kamara is there to back him up, and he'll give it back to Mondojano. Through ball to Kamara, but Prince gets that one out of bounds, stop the momentum for the Huskies. Throw in from Mondojano deep in Northwestern's half. Mondojano over to Herrera, who will cross it over behind the goal. It'll be another goal kick for Paul Walters.
Not a good giveaway there in the middle from Dudley on that cross-field ball. Just not something that you want to do, especially give it up in the middle. And defense was doing well, being patient there, but I think that Dudley tried to force it a little bit, which resulted in that Houston Baptist attack.
Yeah. Justin Weiss with some footwork. Tries to get it to Castro, but it goes deep into the Huskies' half. Aitken has it in the 18, gets it to Iwa McNeil. Iwa McNeil over to Zeman, still in the 18. Castro applying some pressure. Zeman gonna get it over to Herrera, and Herrera back to Lee. Lee up to Kamara. Kamara to Herrera. Herrera pushing towards the middle and switches it over to Farcarlin, and he'll try to get ahead on it, but it'll go out of bounds, and Obeid take the throw for the Wildcats.
Yeah, hopefully that ball there that went out of bounds will stop Houston Baptist momentum, because they've been able to successfully move it up and down the field the last couple minutes. Northwestern hasn't really held on to it for a long period of time, except for on that defensive stand just a minute ago, but they weren't able to make anything out of that. So definitely getting a little bit of momentum here for Houston Baptist, but hopefully for the Wildcats, they're able to kind of stifle that here in the Huskies' half.
Another throw for Obeid down to Weiss. Pressure from Brower Airsoy goes off his foot, so it'll be another throw for Obeid, this time deeper into the Huskies' half of the field. Brower Airsoy intercepts it. Weiss trying to get it back. Cleared by the Huskies. Dudley had on it. Another head on it. And it's out again. Call in Northwestern's favor. Another throw for Obeid on the left side. Long throw. Tries to get to Castro. Zeman there to get it. Weiss tries to get a foot on it. Goes out, and now a throw for Brower Airsoy and the Huskies.
Neither team really able to get anything going here. Just throw in after throw, and nobody's really holding the ball, calming down. But also, it's a testament to the pressure both teams are putting on each other that neither of them are able to really hold on to it. It's just not going to result in very many goals for either of them.
Ball flying high in the middle off the foot of Tarantini. Gajahar there to get it. He'll slow things down and give it back to Dudley. And then Dudley over to Prince. Colagano trying to apply pressure for Houston Baptist. Can't make it happen. Castro tries to get a little fancy behind the back pass. But the Huskies defense there take care of it. Castro applying pressure to Zeman. Zeman gets it up to Farcarlin. He'll move it back toward Brower Airsoy and all the way back to Aitken's goal.
Yeah, Northwestern been unable to actually keep it on that right side with Cloggett, with Taggart for the last couple of minutes, which I think is why their momentum has stalled a little bit, just because of how that's been working so far in the game against Houston Baptist. They've been able to get a lot of their action on that right side, and Houston Baptist Huskies have been able to do a good job of keeping it on the opposite side for the last couple of minutes, now back on the right side. Hopefully Cats will be able to get something on it, but Houston Baptist is starting to figure it out.
Cloggett throw on that right side over the heads. Multiple players to Zeman. Mondojano has it now for the Huskies. Gives a quick pass to Tarantini. knocks it up for Kamara. Kamara trying to move towards the center. Gets it over to Farkarloon, just beyond the Northwestern 18. Tries to get it in. Good look from Obeid, but Herrera there to intercept it into the 18. Cross into the middle. Ball goes wild. Monduhano there. Bad first touch, and Castro intercepts it, playing a bit further back now in Northwestern's half. Monduhano and him going at it. Castro looking for some sort of out, gets it to Taggart off his foot. Bad first touch again, and back with the Huskies defense. Seaman has it in circle.
And not a lot of support there for Castro. He had the whole field in front of him, but he didn't have his team up there.
Colagano has the ball. Loses it to Dudley, and Walters with it now. Clears it up quickly. Hugh McNeil with the head on it. But Taggart there gains control, moving back towards the center. Gila McNeil again passes it up to Farkarloon. Ball a bit too long, and it'll roll out for another Walters goal kick.
And Northwestern just giving the ball away a lot in the middle here. It's not something that they can do if they want to keep possession, obviously give it away, but especially in the middle, there's going to be a swarm of Houston Baptist players there as well as Northwestern players. You're not going to want to lose the ball there, and that's why they're not able to keep possession, and they keep having to go back to these goal kicks because Houston Baptist is starting to push their players up, get those balls up. So it's not looking great for Northwestern in their own half at the moment.
Yeah, in their half again, that's Colagano. He gets knocked over, and Obeid there to get the pass. Stevens up to Gajahar. Gajahar with some fancy footwork in the middle. Through ball opportunity to Taggart. Him and Lee going at it. Lee gets it over to Brower Airsoy. They'll call a foul on Northwestern, and Taggart, it'll be a free kick for Houston Baptist.
Gajahar has been one of those players who's kind of injected a little bit of energy into this team every time that he's gotten the ball, but unfortunately, you know, when he starts, his teammates in the last set of plays there have not been able to keep it for an extended amount of time. But as a first year, he's definitely made an impact here, and you can tell just by the way that he has been able to step in and get those steals.
Yeah, like you said, one of those very talented first-year players from Toronto. So Canadian on this Northwestern squad.
So
not quite as international as
not
Houston
quite
Baptist.
as international as Houston Baptist.
Cross into the center, headed out by Prince, and it'll be the first corner kick for the Huskies.
Yeah, just 15 minutes left here in this first half. Goal for Northwestern, obviously, is not to allow Houston Baptist to score and come out of this half unscathed, but they're definitely going to have to start making sure that they can facilitate in that midfield, because that's not happening right now, and that's why they're not able to get balls up into their own attacking third like Houston Baptist has here.
Kick in for the Huskies. Bouncing around in the box, headed out by Dudley. Castro loses track of it in the center, and Lee kicks it back up, but Stevens gets it into the Husky half. Aitken coming out of the 18 to gain control and support his defense, gets it to Monduhano. Monduhano will go back to Aitken, still outside the 18. Castro now is applying as much pressure as he was earlier. Zeman over to Lee in the center. Lee pushing up the field. Ball for Farkarloon and Colagano, but Prince and Claudiette have something to say about it, battling with them. Prince gets it out to Van Deventer, and Tarantini got an arm around Van Deventer there, and it'll be a free kick for Northwestern. Quick pass to Stevens in the middle. Stevens up to Weiss on the left side. Weiss moving back towards the center, and then back to Stevens. Stevens to Obeid, who's playing pretty far up into this Husky half. Obeid moving with it back to Stevens. Stevens over to Weiss near the Huskies bench. Brower Airsoy up to Zeman, and back to Brower Airsoy in the back, and all the way back to Aitken. Lots of action for the first-year goalie on this side.
Yeah, really.
Intercepted. Aitken tried to pass it to Monduhano. Taggart intercepted it. Monduhano has it. Northwestern fans expecting a foul call there, but it won't come. So Monduhano going to get it into the Northwestern half. Prince, though, there to receive it, and he'll give it back to Dudley near the Northwestern 18.
One thing I'm noticing on some of these offensive attacks that Northwestern's been having, they haven't really gone anywhere, especially on that left side, kind of when Weiss gets the ball or when Obeid gets the ball there, pushing up in the defense. There's not a lot of movement checking in, checking out from the midfield right now from the center, which I think is why they're having difficulty. They're having to feel like they need to play themselves out of that left side. And obviously, you have the sideline, that's a defender as well. So they don't have a ton of room to move in the direction other than the middle. So if nobody's checking in to help them, it's going to make it difficult for them to get out of that, sideline kind of rotation that they're in.
Lots of battles on the sideline right
Yeah,
now.
really.
On the left, Tarantini gets it back to Brower Airsoy, and Huskies having to pass it back to Aitken again. Castro charging into the box now. Aitken gets it over to Mondahano. A bit of a collision there between him and Claudette. It'll roll out of bounds after both guys tried to get ahead on it. In the Huskies' favor, it'll be a throw for them. And Mondahano gonna take it.
Houston trying to, just push the ball back into Northwestern's half, get something going here. Playing a bit of longer balls, which is, like the one Claudette just got his head on, but trying to work it up there as well as they can.
First substitutions for either team. It's going to be Northwestern. Bardia Kimiavi and Rom Brown coming in for Christopher Taggart and Van Deventer.
Interesting switch here.
This is an interesting switch. So 2 older players for 2 newer players. Rom Brown, a junior, Bardia Kimiavi, a graduate student. Huskies gonna sub as well. Nathan Carmbor has come in for, looks like Colgano. Throw from Claudette to Castro. Claudette gets the pass back from him, called out as he tries to get it to Kimiavi, so it'll be a throw for the Huskies. Mondahano to take it.
That looked like it was on the line to me.
I agree.
I don't know. Some questionable calls on the sideline here. But out of our control up here.
Another throw for Northwestern. This time it's Kimiavi. He gets it to Castro. Little fancy move behind for Castro. Kimiavi gets it into the center, but no one there to receive it except the Huskies defense. Stevens with a laser. Aikens gets his hands on it. Bounces off of him. Castro regained control, and now he's got it to Kimiavi on the right side of the 18. Claudette sends it in, headed out by the Huskies defense, and another great couple opportunities for Northwestern. Obeid will try to keep it in the Huskies half. Weiss has it over to Obeid. They're on that, hugging that sideline, moving towards the center. It'll roll to Aitken. Great, try to keep it, got it to receive it, except the Huskies throw for Northwestern. This time it's Kimiavi. He gets it to Castro. Little fancy move behind for Castro. Kimiavi gets it into the center, but no one there to receive it except the Huskies defense. Stevens with a laser. Aikens gets his hands on it. Bounces off of him. Castro regained control, and now he's got it to Kimiavi. He's defense. Stevens with a laser. Still 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats, entering the 36th minute here. But,
Looks like
another
a
goal
player
can't hurt.
down on the other side for Houston Baptist. Did not notice that until they stopped playing. So probably a good thing they did.
Substitution looking like it's going to come as like Sarah said, a Husky player is down. Looks like medical staff is checking in.
Give everybody a little bit of a breather after that stand.
Yeah.
Hopefully players okay, but we'll allow both teams to reset for the time being. 10 minutes left in the half.
Yeah. Abu Kamara was the Husky player who went down. Entering for him, Zach Nicolau. Paul Sun coming in for Northwestern. Looks like another sub there, too. Might be another one coming.
Paul Sun, a player who made a big impact his first year last year. Played in 9 games. Started 2 goals, 1 assist. Player who is really able to move around and dictate the play in the midfield.
Yep.
Someone, you'll want to help facilitate the ball through the attack and from the defense.
Yeah, Paul Sun out there playing left mid. So Justin Weiss going to come forward, and Castro heads to the bench. Interesting little shift here for the Wildcats. Justin Weiss in more of that natural forward position that Wildcat fans are used to. Weiss Kicks it over to Sun on the left. Sun battling with the Huskies defense.
Good to have some fresh legs in.
Yeah.
Both teams kind of in that before that big offensive stand, a little bit of a standstill.
Yeah.
Nothing happening, no goal since early in the game from Andrew Stevens. So get some fresh legs, give them a shot before halftime, see how it goes, and then hopefully Northwestern can hold Houston Baptist scoreless, and hopefully for Houston Baptist, hopefully they can get even.
Yeah,
before the 45th minute.
Aitken, 3 saves on the day. Walters has not had to make one yet. So his first-year goalie's having a bit of a different battle to face. Stevens over to Sun on the left. Sun charging some of those fresh legs we talked about, going to slow it down, try to regain control and get around Brower Airsoy. Gives it back to Obeid, and Obeid getting past Nicolau. Nicolau gets it back. Gives it back. Is moving in the middle.
Yeah, the Northwestern players getting stuck on that sideline. Just like we were talking about earlier, there's a gap between the midfield. They could be checking in or, just keeping Houston Baptist from having 3 players and being a man up against Northwestern on that left sideline. That's why they haven't had so much success from there.
Yeah, the left has just been almost a game of pinball. It's been bouncing off everyone. People getting getting kind of congested over there. Lots of players facing off. The right side is where Northwestern has been so successful.
Yeah, but they haven't had as many chances in the last couple of minutes other than the Castro to Kimiabi play. That's had a bunch of, but that's it. That's been the only play since Claggett and Taggart have that duo has broken up.
Yeah, for Carlin sends it into the box for the Huskies, right into the hands of Walters. So another missed opportunity for Houston Baptist, and Walters going to roll it over to Prince. Prince sends it through to Gajahar and over to Claggett. Claggett moving up the right side, back on the right side that Northwestern's been more comfortable with. Claggett slows down, turns back, finds Brown. Brown at midfield. We'll give it over to Dudley. Trying to move it towards the left again and over to Obeid back on that left sideline.
Yeah, the biggest thing for the Cats right now is just keep possession. Keep the ball. They're doing that.
Try to move forward. A little bit of a scramble. Foul called on Northwestern. Free kick for the Huskies. But yeah, like you were saying, Sarah, I think what was so successful in those first 15-ish minutes was that, Northwestern really didn't have the ball in their half that much unless it was Prince and Dudley working together to kind of slow the play down. Now Houston Baptist has had a few opportunities, but Northwestern still seems to be in control. Weiss on the right side, trying to move in towards the middle, through to Brown, but it goes past him, and Tarantini there to intercept it. Gives it up to Carmbor, who again, one of those recent subs for the Huskies. Carmbor cannot make the pass happen or roll out, but call foul in the middle on him, so be a kick for the Huskies.
Just unfortunate by Ron Brown there to miss that touch in the middle. It just looks like it went under his foot. It happens, but it was a good chance missed for the Wildcats.
Brown transfer some redemption here, gets it over to Kimiabi on the side and back to Claggett. Brown back to Prince in the middle. Prince going to retreat to Walters. Walters over to Prince on the right. Prince has space. Moving up the field as Herrera comes toward him. He gets the pass off to Claggett. Kimiabi there on the right side. Good cross in the middle. Sun has it. Can he get a shot? If he can't, Justin Weiss can, and it's over the crossbar again. Just unlucky looks for Justin Weiss today, Sarah.
Yeah, tough go for him. He's upset, hitting him. He's giving himself a little, I don't know what that was, but like almost hitting himself with his fist. But he's upset. He's frustrated. 2 goals over the top of the crossbar. It's not something you want to do, especially as a striker. What that was.
Kimiabi Prince on the right. On the right side. Good cross in the middle. Sun has it. Can he get a shot? If he can't, Justin Weiss can, and it's over the crossbar again. Just unlucky there on the right side. Good cross in the middle. Sun has it. Can he get a shot? If he can't, Justin Weiss can, and it's over the crossbar again. Is Colin McKinney.
Great opportunity here for Northwestern to, make it 2-0 before halftime. That would be a great way to go into the half, a little bit calmer, a little bit more confident. Cami to take the corner.
Cami sends it in. Sun has it, but goes out and headed out by Carmbor to Prince. Claudette. Claudette over to Kimiabi. Kimiabi, little heel pass to Prince, back to Claudette. Claudette back to Walters, who's pretty far up at the moment, not too much pressure from the Huskies. Walters sends it upfield over the head of Cami, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Tall, but not that tall.
Yeah.
Went over his head. Now Houston Baptist with a chance to get into Northwestern half into the attacking third, potentially give themselves a chance or two before halftime.
42 minutes now, still 1-0 Northwestern, and first half winding down. Like you said, Sarah, can either team make something happen before we hit the half? A throw for Houston Baptist on the right, their half the field. Sent it up. Northwestern foul. So a free kick for the Huskies. Giwa McNeil has it in the middle. He'll give it over to Mondahano on the right side. Mondahano up to Farcarlin. And off Claudette. He can't believe that call. So it'll be a throw for Farcarlin.
Houston Baptist in their attacking third are getting there.
Mondahano sends it up to Carmbor. Kicks it back to Farcarlin. Can't quite get the first touch he wants. Brown there. Clears it up to the Huskies back line. Weiss applying pressure to Zeman, but he gets it over to the left for Brower Aversoy, who will clear it up into Northwestern's half. Dudley there and gives it back to Walters all the way the edge of the field. Dudley having to move around a bit, getting a bit tripped up. We'll go back to Walters, who will immediately clear it off first touch out toward the Northwestern bench. Quick throw for Nicolau. Try to get it up to Carmbor. It's over his head. Dudley gonna let it roll out, and it'll be a a goal kick for Walters.
Dudley's done a good job holding the line tonight.
He has.
A lot of experience, grad student, but been able to keep Houston Baptist from scoring so far, and that's saying you did your job.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be great for him to have, for a guy like Nigel Prince to be playing in the center with someone with so much experience. We've said it already, but those two are just working really well together. 1 minute left in the half. Dudley going to get it up to Cami. He's moving up the left side. He'll send it in right to Zeman in the 18. Zeman will kick it out back to him. Dudley at midfield. Going to give a little pass to Gajahar. He'll be moving up through ball to Weiss. Aitken diving, sliding save. Gets there.
Weiss again in more of that middle position that we saw him in last year, making that diagonal run there. Ball was just a little bit too fast. Aitken did a good job of closing down the angle. Well done by the freshman to shut it down.
Aitken sends it into the middle. Giwa McNeil has it, but loses it. Lee there to recover. Lee over to Mondahano on the right. He's going to send it up into Northwestern's half. Carmbor running for it, but Prince just going to kick it out of bounds. And that should do it for the first half. Northwestern, a goal at around the 5th minute mark, keeps them ahead 1-0. Stats for you. Houston Baptist just 2 shots to Northwestern's 8. But 7 of those came very early. So Northwestern did slow down a bit, Sarah. Still in control. Houston Baptist not having too many opportunities. But what do you want to see change for Northwestern as they look to, widen this lead going into the second half?
tonight's The number. I believe so. Taggart coming back in. Add a little bit of fuel to this offense. Give Gajadahar some rest.
Yeah, Christopher Taggart back in. Throw from McCamey to Castro. Castro battling it out with Herrera. Call foul on Herrera, so it'll be a free kick for Northwestern.
Great chance here right outside the box. Castro on the kick.
So yeah,
Basically a corner.
basically a corner, but a little further,
a little bit
in,
closer.
couple feet back from the 18, and another yellow card issued to Houston Baptist. Player very frustrated.
Looks like Herrera.
I believe that is
Yeah.
Herrera.
Frustrated with the refereeing, but another yellow card coming out.
And now one for Nicolau. So both of the guys right in front of Castro here issued yellow cards. Castro to take the kick on the left side just outside the 18. Ref still whistling.
A lot of stoppages. Another sub from Houston Baptist.
They've got 3 guys ready to come in. So Nicolau going to come out, one of the guys who just got issued a yellow card. Oh, now they're telling him to stay. He's retreating back to his defensive position. And
This is what you call icing.
yeah,
The kicker in football, but in soccer, it's chilly. Castro's been sitting there for a while waiting to take this kick.
yeah. So it looks like Herrera's going to come out instead. One of the subs at midfield going to come in for him. Luis Poblacion coming in for Herrera. And Castro finally going to take this free kick. Again, left side, just a couple feet outside the 18. Castro readies. Sends it in high. Head on it, but can't make it happen. Kimiavi right there, though, to set things up for Northwestern again. McCamey back to Kimiavi in the 18. Gets tripped up by the Huskies defense. Taggart with a foot on it. Over to Kimiavi. Can he save it? He can. Many Northwestern players with the head. Will it end up in the goal? It bounced off the crossbar. Lots of commotion. Dudley has it now and a whistle.
A lot going on there.
A lot going on there.
It almost, at one point it almost looked like it went in, but then there was a Houston Baptist player on the line getting his head on it. Great defense by Houston Baptist, really scrambling to keep the ball out of the net. They almost didn't,
Seriously.
but we're able to keep it 2-0 for the time being. Ref trying to keep this game in control, clearly.
Just about to hit the hour mark. Still 2-0 Northwestern.
Looks like they might be reviewing to see if there was a goal there. Northwestern players doing push-ups
Because it
in
looked
the middle
like
of the field.
at one point it might have gone over the line.
Kimiavi was kind of appealing out on the left side of the goal there. It
Yeah.
looked like, and he had somewhat of an angle just from where he was standing. Looked like he was appealing for it. Tough to see really what was going on if it went in from where we are, but definitely some appeals. And so looks like the head referee is now looking at that on the sideline, which is interesting.
Yeah,
New
I know.
in college soccer, kind of
New
cool that
technology.
we're getting to see it firsthand here, but VAR
Yeah.
in college soccer.
So,
What
I
time?
mean, should this be ruled a goal, Northwestern would match its season total. today.
Double it.
So they would double their season total, make it 3-0. Again, coming into this game, they'd only hadn't scored since playing Chicago State. So it's been a struggle. Ref coming back out on the field. I think they're calling it
No goal.
no goal. So it will be a goal kick for Aitken.
Nice to have the assurance that at least
Yeah.
it was checked, though, because
Totally.
if not, you always have the what if.
The what
and
if.
in this game, fortunately for
Hate the
Northwestern
what
right
if.
now, it doesn't matter. But if it was a close game,
It would.
it would. So good to see that they're using those tools.
So goal kick for Aitken over left to Lee. Off Northwestern, and it'll be a throw for the Huskies in their half.
Yeah, Houston Baptist, 30 minutes to go. Just about. We're hitting the 60th minute here. And Evanston. Still chilly.
Still chilly. Another substitution. So 2 players out for Houston Baptist. Karel Medza has come in, as well as Bangali Cisse. Cisse is pretty tall.
He is tall.
Huskies making a push. Prince there. Prince, they'll call a foul on him. So this will be a really good opportunity for Houston Baptist. Ref has a card out. He'll issue it to Prince for that foul. And the Huskies will take a free kick just about at the left corner of the 18.
Yeah, it's almost identical to the one they had in the first half.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't score on that chance, but anywhere you can get a free kick in and around the box is an opportunity.
Yeah.
For Houston Baptist, it would be getting within one, getting closer to a tie at the moment. Alex Aitkins all the way up.
Yeah, he is at the circle. In midfield, might be some of the first action we see from Walters today. Kick comes in for Houston Baptist, immediately headed out by Dudley. Great play there. Poblacion tries to get it back in, but it bounces off Castro. Brower Airsoy will send it to Giwa McNeil, but it'll be out of bounds. And another missed opportunity for Houston Baptist as the Wildcats will take a goal kick.
Yeah, Dudley 6'4", using his height there in the middle as a central defender to put a head on it, get it out of there before anybody else has a chance. Doing his job in that back line.
Claggett loses a bit of control there, goes off him, so it's a quick throw for Houston Baptist. They're scrambling now. Colagano pushing up the left side. Northwestern defense gets it again. Prince now clears it up the right side. Gonna let it drift out. It'll be a throw for the Huskies. Throw in to Colagano. Can't quite get control. Prince gonna kick it out, and another throw.
A little bit of offensive momentum going here for Houston Baptist. Northwestern not able to hold on to it like they have for a majority of this game.
Yeah.
Better for Houston Baptist to get a chance now than with 5 minutes remaining. So.
Yeah. Pushing into the 18, Prince goes down, but Claggett there to back him up. He'll push it out, and a throw. Sebastian Cochran gonna take it for the Huskies. Deep throw into the box right to Prince. He'll head that one out. Cisse gets there. Cisse battling. Walters, though, comes forward. A shot comes in from the left side. I believe that was Cochran. Walters gets his hands on it.
Yeah, well done by Walters. First year, not faltering. First time he's really had to step in, make a save there, keeping his eye on the ball, focusing not on the two players around him, but on making sure the ball doesn't hit the back of the net.
Huskies trying again. Nicolau on the right side, battling with McCamey, trying to get it around him. Elects to go back to Zeman. Zeman trying to get around Weiss. Zeman switches the field, but right to Claggett. Houston bench upset that that was not called a handball, but Claggett unfaced. Gives it back to Walters. Walters with some pressure from Colagano, gives it back to Claggett on the right. Claggett to Prince. Prince through ball off the foot of Cochran. Be a throw for Northwestern, and looks like there's going to be another substitution soon.
Looks like Deng Deng
It
Kerr.
looks like Deng Deng Kerr, yeah.
Add a little more height to the back line with
Yeah.
Dudley. Looks like they're going in for a more defensive last 27 minutes here for Northwestern.
Yeah. So Nigel Prince coming out for the first time. What a performance from the first year in the back line. I've been so impressed with him. But yeah, Deng Deng Kerr adding a bit of a different approach to this defense coming in. And Northwestern now up 2-0, probably looking to hold on to that lead. But like we said, some more stuff on offense can hurt.
Could never hurt. But yeah, again, as you're saying, freshman Nigel Prince, well done by him tonight. Very mature in the back line with Dudley.
Seriously.
They worked well together. Patient when they had the ball, when they were working it around. So yeah, good night. Good night for Prince.
Nicolau with the ball on the right for Houston Baptist. He gives it to Brower Airsoy, who will go back towards Zeman in the Huskies half again. Zeman up the middle to Cisse, but Cisse's got Stevens and Castro on him. Gives it up to Lee. Lee over to Cochran on the left. Huskies have switched the field. Claggett moving up, putting some pressure and getting it back to Castro. Castro threw ball to Kimiavi on the left, but it went out of bounds. And as always, a speedy effort from Kimiavi. Moving up, putting some pressure and getting it back to Castro. Castro threw ball to Kimiavi on the left, but it went out of bounds. And as always, a speedy effort from Kimiavi, but this time I think pass was just a little too strong.
A little too strong. Castro probably had a little more time in the middle than he thought he did, which is why he passed that ball out to Kimiavi so quickly. Not a ball that Kimiavi is unfamiliar with, especially using his speed on the sideline like he did there, but a little too far for him.
So it'll be a throw from Cochran, a far throw, almost to midfield. Huskies working now. Kick up to Nicolau on the right. It's just him and McCamey. McCamey letting the ball go out. So it'll be a goal kick for Northwestern. Good restraint there from McCamey.
Yep, isolated, no need to foul. Just make sure ball goes out of bounds off the other player in that instance.
Sometimes the simplest strategy is the most effective.
Hey, when you're alone on an island out there, you don't want to dive in, don't want to do anything stupid. Wait for your support or let the other player make a mistake, which McCamey did.
Yeah, 65th minute now. Northwestern still up 2-0. 15 shots to Houston Baptist's 1. So that doesn't tell the story of the game. Not sure what will.
Now offense firing for Northwestern, just what they need before heading into Big Ten play.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Wildcats will get started on the road, I believe, at Rutgers on Saturday. It'll be the first Big Ten game of season
Big
for them.
Ten game on Saturday.
So a win here, should the score hold or get better, would be a huge momentum shift. McCamey again on that island situation with Nicolau. Successful again, lets it roll off Houston Baptist, and another goal kick for Paul Walters.
Yeah, Houston Baptist still unable to get anything going in this attacking third, though they are maintaining possession or at least winning the ball in the middle for now.
Yeah.
Which is why, they're able to at least get something to stay in the Northwestern half, just not able to get anything magic to happen in the box quite yet.
Claudette heads the goal kick from Walters up to Kimiavi, but Houston Baptist recovers. Claudette down on the right side, a foul called on the Huskies. It'll be a free kick for Northwestern.
Yeah, very clear jersey pull there on Claudette. You could see it from over here, but not the smartest to do right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works.
Stevens over to McCamey on the left. McCamey slows down, goes back to Dudley. And Dudley over to Kerr. Will have his first touch of the game. Kerr up. Iffy first touch from Justin Weiss. Passes to Poblacion, and now Cisse has it on the left for Houston Baptist. He gets it in the middle to Colagano. Colagano back to Cisse, gets tripped up by Claudette. Be a clean call, so just a throw for the Huskies.
Yeah, well done by Claudette. One-on-one up that left side. It's what you want from your defenders. Just clean tackle, getting all ball, not getting any feet, no foul.
Yeah, Claudette, just a sophomore
transfer
from Pitt. At Pitt, started 2 games, had a goal, 18 appearances, so did play a good amount for them up there, but has been pretty effective so far for Northwestern in this back line. I think in terms of chemistry and team chemistry, this team is pretty young. There are some transfers, a new head coach who just came in last year, but the back line has been kind of the glue that's been really impressing me for Northwestern.
They've been consistent this game.
Yeah.
Individuals making individual plays, just like we saw with Claudette and McCamey on those sidelines. Dudley has been holding the fort down very strong, has a captain band on as a transfer, which is definitely a sign of respect from, your coach and your teammates.
Totally.
So that's got to give him a boost of confidence, but also is a testament to his ability to hold down that line maturely. And now he has Deng Kerr, some veteran support in the back there. They're doing a great job, not allowing Houston Baptist any chances in the box, as they have been, not taking advantage of any of those offensive stands that Northwestern's shut down.
Yeah. Some more older talent coming in for the first years. Van Deventer and Claudette out. Obeid now at right back. Ron Brown entering as well. Northwestern in the Huskies half. Castro battling it out with Giwa McNeil. Goes off Giwa McNeil, so it'll be a throw for Northwestern. Quick one from Obeid to Weiss. Obeid loses control, and Coligano has an opportunity. Passes it up the middle to Cisse. Cisse pushing into the attacking third. Pass too strong, rolls out of bounds. Medza not even going to make an attempt to go grab that one. Northwestern going to take a throw from defense. Obeid to take it.
Yeah, Houston Baptist has not been doing a bad job of winning the ball in their own half and winning the ball in the midfield. It's just about putting that offensive run together.
Yeah.
It's losing the ball, passing it too hard down the sideline, out of bounds, little things like that that are keeping them from really having any movement in the box.
Yeah. Perhaps an opportunity here. Poblacion, a major shot, and it's in! Houston Baptist gets on the board from way out past the 18-yard box. Poblacion, a substitute who just came in shortly ago in this half, and wow.
Big shot.
Maybe movement was not the answer. Maybe it was just an aggressive
Maybe
shot.
movement might not have been the answer, but again, we were talking about them not having movement inside the box, and that shot came from way outside. It was just about Poblacion finding his composure, head up, seeing the goal, seeing that he had a little bit of space on that left netting of the goal. Almost an impossible save for Walter to make. Difficult, not something he really could have done, especially on a shot coming from way out there. Difficult for goalies to anticipate, but just what a strike from Poblacion, who was I believe, one of their leading goal scorers last season for Houston Baptist.
He had a goal last season,
excuse me,
3 assists, but started all their games, did not start today. So
Yeah.
he has a lot of experience. The ball off Kerr there, so it'll be a corner for Houston Baptist. And suddenly there seems to be some sort of a momentum shift within these Huskies squad. You could hear the cheers now that they have a corner kick opportunity, and 2-0, 2-1. It's a whole new game for Northwestern. Kick comes in, almost rolls in the goal. Houston Baptist calling that it went over the line, but Kerr clears it out. Still in Northwestern's half, though. Stevens trying to get it out. Brower Airsoy working backwards, kicks it back in. Another head on it from Dudley. Taggart trying to fight for it and get it out. Still fighting, gets it over to Kimiabi. Kimiabi sends it into the middle, but Coligano there. Stevens recovers to Taggart. Taggart tripped up with 3 men on. They'll call a foul. It'll be a free kick for Taggart. I mean, that was another one of those scary situations. And, Houston Baptist arguing what Northwestern was arguing just a bit ago with the whole did it cross the line thing.
The whole did it cross the line thing.
Deng
Kerr on
that goes.
on the corner back there. On the line, as you do as a defender on corner kicks.
Yeah.
Looks like he made the save, but Houston Baptist players appealing that it did in fact go over the line. Ref going to take a look at it now with fancy VAR. So we'll have an answer here very shortly. Houston Baptist could tie it up with a goal called on this review.
Yeah, I mean, some of that tech, again, like you said, could be game-changing as it's now 2-1.
As it is now, yeah, as we're seeing now. So, yeah, like you were saying, big momentum change from Houston Baptist. Definitely seeing that in the multitude of chances that they just had, but this would be big.
No goal. So, same thing. But again, that assurance would have been that what-if situation for Houston Baptist, would have tied this game. Northwestern still hangs on to a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, good placement by Deng Kerr on that back line, managing to keep it out there. It's crucial, especially for a defense.
Kerr sends it up, but to Cochran. So Houston Baptist regains control. Poblacion, the goal scorer, sends it up to Nicolau. McCamey putting serious pressure on Nicolau. They're battling it out. Taggart now trying to get it from Brower Airsoy, but he gets it to Poblacion. Then to Cisse. Cisse back to Sam Zeman, and first touch into the middle to Giwa McNeil. Giwa McNeil sends it up. No one there. Obeid, a quick pass, and Kimiabi with the speed up the right side finds Castro in the middle. Castro tries to get it up to Weiss, but Zeman there, and he'll clear it up. Kerr, the size, standing in front of Coligano. Didn't really have a shot there. Some of that defense we talked about, him kind of changing the game. Castro in the middle. Over to McCamey on the left. McCamey trying to get around Nicolau as he brings it back towards the center, and he'll switch it over to Kerr. Kerr, ton of space to work with. Over to Obeid now on the right side. Obeid coming back towards the center to Brown. Brown moving forward, taking his time. Great look over to Taggart and McCamey, who are wide open on the left side. So Taggart up to McCamey. McCamey will send it across. Kimiabi there, trying to keep it in. He got the touch on it. He's battling with the Huskies defense. They'll clear it out to Colagano. Stevens trying to put some pressure on him and keep it in the Husky half, but it'll be off his foot and a throw for Houston Baptist.
Yeah, that patience there from Northwestern, working the ball at the field, switching the ball a couple times to work the ball at the field is what they've been missing the last 10, 15 minutes or so when Houston Baptist has really been pushing up. More of that, more getting the ball in the box as they did up the left side with Colin McCamey. That's what they need to do now that they're only up a goal. They've got to start thinking, okay, we need to be a little bit more careful, a little bit more conservative, but also don't dull scoring opportunities because we could use another goal at this point to put us back up too.
Yeah. New subs in for Northwestern, Paul Sun and Jason Gajadahar. Aldo Tarantini coming in and Abu Camaro coming in for Houston Baptist. Vicente Castro now on the bench for Northwestern. Be a goal kick here for Walters. Under 20 minutes to go now.
Northwestern needs to hold on to possession as much as they can to guarantee Houston Baptist doesn't have any more chances in the offensive third, because them getting momentum like they did during that goal scoring period just a couple minutes ago is really what kept Northwestern from keeping possession.
Yeah.
Because Houston Baptist, when it has momentum, has been able to put balls into the box. Very few, but the balls that they've put into the box so far have gone into the back of the net, as we just saw.
Yeah.
And almost, again, a second time. So definitely Northwestern looking to settle down here, keep possession, keep the ball out of Walters' net.
Colagano was coming forward there, bounces off the foot of Dang Dang Kerr, so it'll be a corner for Houston Baptist. Poblacion to take it. Poblacion sends it in high, goes over the heads of all his players. Kamara puts it back into play in the box, but McCamey there to recover. Huge pass from Cochran into the box, but Northwestern this time able to get it out. Throw in for Brower Airsoy here for the Huskies. Brower Airsoy gets it to Cisse, gets a head on it. Tall guy. That's out again. Brower Airsoy tried to save it. It's off him. So Sun to take the throw, but they'll pause, take it again as they're looking to bring in another sub for the Wildcats. Justin Weiss gonna head to the bench. And they'll bring in,
Looks like Joe Arena.
Joe Arena. So from one junior to the next, Joe Arena has entered the game for Northwestern.
Arena, 15 games played last season. Played more of a role actually his first year, now a junior, where he started a bunch of games in that freshman year. She had a little bit of a milder role last season when Justin Weiss arrived from Colgate, now subbing in for Weiss.
Yeah.
In this game, looking to give Northwestern some fresh legs up top.
Yeah, I mean, now with under 15 minutes to go, it's the 76th minute. You know, Justin Weiss has had some great opportunities, hasn't been able to quite deliver, and he's probably tired. So some fresh legs right up top is a great strategy, I think, from Russell Payne. Hopefully it can pay off. Ball in the middle. Stevens gets a head on it. Arena misses. Lee there to get it for Houston Baptist. Kimiavi, a nice pass back to Obeid, and Obeid tries to get it back up to Kimiavi, but it will go out off Houston Baptist. So Obeid's going to take a throw.
Opportunity, Northwestern in their attacking third here to put another one on the board, pad that lead a little bit like they had for a good amount of time here in the second half, but Houston Baptist looking more lively as of late.
That they are. I mean, some struggles with fouls, some struggles finding the back of the net. Eventually they do, and then they got that corner right after with that controversial call. So momentum definitely moving forward. Kerr, a nice header right to Walters. Walters back to Kerr on the right. Kerr pushing up. He's got space, clears it up. Trying to find Sun. Brower Airsoy will get ahead on it to Aitken. Brower Airsoy back with the ball now on the right. Trying to slow things down with pressure from Sun. Gives it back to Zeman. Zeman to Aitken. Arena pushing up some pressure on Aitken. Huskies will clear it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw for McCamey on the left. McCamey over to Sun, but Kamara intercepts it. It'll be a free kick for the Huskies. Tarantini back to Zeman. Zeman up. McCamey there, a header. A header back from Tarantini into the feet of McCamey.
Did look like Gajadahar was pushed from the back
Yeah.
there
Foul.
for the whistle. Northwestern
Tarantini,
back with possession.
Tarantini a bit bigger than Gajadahar. So pretty clear push, and it'll be a quick free kick. Stevens has it in the middle now, chips it over to McCamey. A nice first touch pass trying to find Sun, but Brower Airsoy is there. Ball will bounce out. It'll be a throw, another sub for Northwestern. Looks like Claudette might be coming back in. That he is, and Kimi Avi coming out. Farkarloon coming out, or coming in, excuse me, Medza coming out for the Huskies.
For Carlin, actually, the leading scorer from last year. Correcting myself from earlier, but definitely Houston Baptist trying to put in some offensive weapons here in the last couple minutes of the game.
Another foul called on the Huskies, card issued.
Paul Sun's upset because he believes he had advantage there and
Yeah.
could have continued to play forward into space, but very clear shirt pull by Houston Baptist.
Yeah.
So a foul, yes, but advantage could have been played there. Sun felt like he had space. Nevertheless, free kick for Northwestern in the attacking third. Another opportunity here.
Yeah, looks like Dudley is going to come up and take that for the Wildcats. That one was to Sam Zeman this time for the Huskies.
A lot of yellow cards tonight.
Lots of yellow cards.
Great chance here for Northwestern to get a late goal to pair with their early half goals, one in the first half, one in the second half.
Dudley sends it in right to the hands of Aitken. That was a shot attempt from Ethan Dudley. But Aitken there, first year, continues to impress.
Not a difficult save for the first year, not a shot that required much effort, but nonetheless in the right spot at the right time.
I mean, with just about 10 and a half minutes to go, Northwestern's going to take that opportunity to get a shot on goal. Try to pad their lead here, still up 2-1. Joe has it. Joe Arena has it in the middle. Falls over. He was battling. And Stevens fell. So some foul situation in the circle.
Didn't quite see what happened there, but
Huskies with it now. Nevertheless, after that free kick cleared up by Cochran. Kerr and Colagano, the only ones there. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Northwestern.
just another giveaway from the Huskies down that sideline, out of bounds. A little too much on it. It's happened multiple times, and it's one of the reasons why they're not even right now.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Walters, again, not the usual starter in goal for Northwestern. It's usually Christian Garner, the grad transfer from Boston College. Paul Walters, the first year, got the nod, but hasn't seen too much action saves-wise. It's really, I mean, he has seen the ball quite a bit, but for those goal kicks, like you said, Houston Baptist has been losing control back there and has rolled out quite a few times. Now officially under 10 minutes to go. Houston Baptist trying to tie this one up. Poblacion over to Lee on the left, and Lee to Cochran. Cochran pass up to Carlin, but Northwestern intercepts it. Brown has it. Now Stevens in the circle, and he'll go back to Dudley. Dudley over to Kerr on the right, and Kerr back to Dudley. Dudley moving up. He's got space and time. Man on now. It's Colagano. He gets the snag, and Kamara moving up the right side of the field now for Houston Baptist. McCamey with the pressure, and Kamara kicks that one beyond the goal, behind the goal, and it's out again. Another goal kick.
Northwestern's bench banging on the overhang over the
Yeah,
where they're sitting there, trying to keep some energy. It's chilly out here. It's late. It's been a little bit of a slower last 10 minutes of this half. Just trying to keep the energy up.
I mean, they want this one.
They do. It's their first. It would be their first win. Jinx. I'm sorry.
A foul on the Huskies. Northwestern free kick on the right side. Ding Ding Kerr to take it just behind midfield. But yeah, before the whole Jinx situation, this one means a lot to Northwestern.
It does. Big win that it would be before going into Big Ten play. Definitely a confidence boost.
A big win before the Big Ten, if you will.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kamara bounces it off Dudley and takes advantage. He's got a ton of space. Defender's not on him. Tries to send it in, but a good save from Paul Walters.
Yeah, Walters just cutting off that angle there at the right goalpost, making sure.
First save of the day for him.
Yeah, first save of the day, making sure that there is no window for Houston Baptist to get into there on that shot.
Clears it up to McCamey, who's pushing up past midfield. Kamara still applying pressure. Tarantini gets it over to Poblacion and over to Kamara again. Kamara trying to save it from going out of bounds, but in doing so, gives a quick little pass to Paul Sun. Paul Sun trying to move up the middle to Gajadahar. Sun now has it again. A through ball for Claudette. It's him and Cochran in the right corner. Claudette moving back, trying to slow things down, make space. Obeid will send it into the box. Arena there. Header goes and drifts out toward the left. Clear attempt. Becomes a header from Stevens, but right to Aitken.
Yeah, Claudette now kind of in that right midfield / forward position, up from his defensive position. Obeid back there on the right side in the D now, but definitely pushing Claudette up there as an offensive weapon. He's someone who has scored for this team in that first game, a header on a corner kick. So, Northwestern not totally giving up on their offense in this game, not totally just trying to defend the lead, still trying to get some points on the board again, a little bit more padding, but Houston Baptist still pushing back.
The Huskies trying to make something happen here. Zeman has it in the back, gets it over to Lee. Lee loses a bit of control. Reyna tries to steal it, but he can't. Now Claudette has it though. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll call a throw for Northwestern. Houston Baptist not happy with that call, but Obeid's going to take it on the right side.
A little bit of a slower going last 3-4 minutes. Neither team really had a chance besides that one save from Walters.
Throw from Obeid high for Carlin, gets a head on it, goes right to Gajadahar. Over to Kamara though. Kamara trying to get it to Cisse. Cisse back to Kamara in the middle. Kamara tries to get it over to Cochran. He does. Cochran up the middle to Cisse. Cisse over to Poblacion. And now a kick from Colagano goes out, but off of Dudley. So it'll be a corner for Houston Baptist and another great opportunity.
Yeah, scary moment there for Northwestern. Walters caught a little bit in no man's land. Not in no man's land, but just a little bit in between there. Serious chance for Houston Baptist here on the corner.
Poblacion sends it in, immediately headed out by Brown. Great defense from Ron Brown there. Officially under 5 minutes to go. Cochran tries to get it back into the 18 for his team, but it's cleared out again by the Northwestern defense. A huge pass from Joe Arena, and Paul Sun is running up the field. It's him versus Aitken. Can he get it in? He can't. A great save from Alex Aitken. It was wide open space for Paul Sun, but the first-year goalie from the Huskies knew exactly what to do.
Paul Sun upset. He wants that one back. Aitken, well done by the first year, really coming out of that goal, getting big, taking away Sun's angles, and Sun not able to get a touch around him. Looked like he had Brower Ursoy on his back as well. Not a ton of space for him to really move around in there. Well done by first-year goalie to shut it down.
Stevens put the ball back into play in the box after the goal kick from Aitken, but Arena not able to make anything happen. So Huskies defense back in control. Over to Lee on the left. Arena applying pressure. Giving Lee a run for his money there, but Lee gets it out to for Carlin.
Yeah, Northwestern still putting on pressure on that Houston Baptist defense. Still want a goal, still want to, put more points on the board as any team would want to do. But Houston Baptist still struggling with that a little bit. Haven't been able to get as much into the box in the last couple minutes here as we have 3 minutes left to play in the second half.
Yeah, still 2-1 Northwestern, under 3 minutes to go. Some whistles. Be a throw for Houston Baptist on the left side. I think the ref is signaling to the Northwestern bench to back up. Northwestern bench getting ratty, I mean. Kick out again from Kerr.
They're just going to hold on to it for a little under 3 minutes now.
Carmbor back in for the Huskies, as well as first-year Roman Kedgley.
Looks like Weiss is back in as well.
Justin Weiss back in.
Joe Arena, short stint for the other junior.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes to go. Weiss entered back in the game. Zeman clears it up the right side. Kamara there. Sun steals it. Snag over to McCamey, but right into the feet of Zeman. Kamara with it on the right again. He's been quite crafty for the Huskies today. Gets it to Carmbor, who's just entered. Carmbor up to Kedgley, the other substitute that came in with him, but Kedgley no match for Stevens. Off Stevens, though, so another corner kick for the Huskies. Under 2 minutes to go now, and a great opportunity as they'll now surpass the Wildcats in corners. They're 5th to Northwestern's 4th.
Yeah, big corner here for the Huskies. Under 2 minutes to go, chance to tie it up here. Northwestern needs to stand strong and keep the ball out of the back of the net.
Cochran to take it. He sends it in. Head on it from Dudley to get it out. Cochran receives it again, tries to send it back into the box. People scrambling. Kamara with a great shot attempt, but over the crossbar, and a lucky go for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Kamara completely unmarked on that back post. Northwestern was trying to get out of the box, and the ball was sent back in there. Kamara left unmarked. Fortunately, he missed the shot a little bit off balance off his left foot. But again, smart substitutions by Russell Payne to get Deng Deng Kerr, to get Ron Brown back in there with Dudley, add a little bit of height, anticipating these situations. Dudley there on the clearance. Ron Brown had a big one earlier on a corner kick. So smart substitutions by Russell Payne, anticipating Houston Baptist getting up on offense and helping that back line a little more height, able to stop those chances that came late in the game, as we just saw.
Yeah, Houston Baptist was making a bit of an effort to move forward into the attacking third, but a foul called in the circle, and it'll be a free kick for Northwestern. Dudley will send it up to the right side toward Weiss. Headed away by Brown out, so it'll be a throw for Houston Baptist. Cochran to take it, 30 seconds to play. Cochran straight to Brown, a header. Fired back from the Huskies defense. Dudley, though, with time, gonna clear it up. Northwestern just trying to drain the clock now. Weiss has a chance. Call a foul. It's gonna be a free kick for the Huskies. Under 10 seconds to play. Cochran sends it up. Another header from Brown. And that'll do it. The Northwestern Wildcats get their first win of the 2022 season against the Houston Baptist Huskies. Final score, 2-1. A great goal from Andrew Stevens early in the 5th minute, and then another goal from the first year, Jason Kajadahar. Great stuff from him. Luis Poblacion with an absolute laser to put one on the board for Houston Baptist, but it just wouldn't be enough. And I mean, Sarah, Northwestern finally in the win column.
Yeah, well done by them. And great job by Russell Payne's top 5 recruiting class, showing out tonight,
Seriously.
scoring some goals. Got Andrew Stevens from Columbia, grad transfer, getting that goal in the first half, and then freshman Kajadahar putting one on the goal, and that was a great play there from Kimia to just get the ball in the box and give the freshman a chance to really show out. Also a great shot by him. Look head up, looking for the corner, getting the ball in the back of the net. Although my Northwestern earning their first win, much needed confidence booster heading into Big Ten play this weekend at Rutgers.
Yeah, so Northwestern will be back in action on Saturday, taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights to kick off Big Ten regular season play. They'll be on the road in Piscataway. They will return home to play Michigan in the Big Ten home opener on September 23rd, which is when us here at WNUR and Big Ten Plus will be back in action with some lovely broadcasting for you all. But yes, final score, Northwestern 2, Houston Baptist 1. Get their first win of the season. And thank you all for tuning in.